Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another replay. In this Tryndamere in the top lane here, he's been inventing some stuff here. We're gonna have a look at the secret tech that he is about to show us. But first, he's starting out leashing his jungler Vi. And he will be facing off against an Olaf with Exhaust and Ghost. So very, very difficult to deal with as Tryndamere. Now, the level 1 is Tryndamere, quite important. He spins through all the minions, gets them, and builds his rage bar. And generally, when it comes to level 1 versus a Tryndamere, what you want to do is you want to prevent him from building up that rage bar, or at least make him pay enough HP, which we obviously saw here. We also have to keep in mind that he does not have his heal up right now, so he doesn't have his Q available for himself, so he is going to have to try to trade out. Also, Tryndamere is very, very predictable with his trading patterns. A lot of the time, whenever a Tryndamere walks up to you, he only has a couple of options, right? He either walks into you, he spins on top of you, or he walks at you, auto attack, and spins away. Stuff like that. And for CSing, obviously, similar thing goes. So he is by no means a complex champion with loads of outplay opportunity. He is rather a very, very honest champion that beats you with macro game. Now, okay, he got that actually. Now, I know Tryndamere players have been getting a little bit of a bad rep lately with all that happened with the fraud, the person, aka Nice. So, I mean, you know, charging ridiculous prices for coaching that he probably doesn't have to charge. Kind of unfortunate, not necessarily my business ethics, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess, and people always say the market dominates, the market dictates the prices. You can say about that what you want. Personally, not a big fan of these practices anyway, but he has been, basically he's been known to charge 300 bucks ish for coaching of a quality that is kind of questionable, right? A lot of the time, the thing that people are asking for, at least what a lot of people say, we see a cancel here, okay, Ghost will be activated here out of Tryndamere. He has Ghost in comparison to Olaf, but Olaf is going to sustain up from the minions here. And Vi will pick up a kill onto the Olaf, supposedly here. Oh, Ghost comes out. But the flash is available, and she will take him down. As Tryndamere just kind of canceled the recall and made him stay here. And this is exactly what we're talking about, right? There was no outplay by Tryndamere, but there was a very, very honest but very well done macro play where, yeah, he canceled you. Like, why would he cancel you? There are two options, right? Either he doesn't know his limits, and he thinks he can still fight you, and then you walk up to the wave, which is what this Olaf must have presumed, or his jungler is around, and you're gonna get yourself slapped silly, which happened. Alright, now we have Berserker Greaves available here, which are quite valuable for stuff like Tryndamere, Yasuo as well. You know, these kind of champions, they absolutely love going Berserker Greaves first, but Tryndamere most definitely needs them, as spacing is kind of all the outplaying that you can do. So he doesn't have any, by the way, he doesn't have any rage here, and whenever you see him without rage early on against Olaf, he is very, very weak. But here, obviously, he has acquired the level 6 advantage, so he will be running down Olaf, and yep, he barely picks him up. Barcode strikes again, as he will take down the Olaf. Alright, so generally, there are a lot of matchups for Tryndamere that are difficult. Olaf kind of is one of them, but if you get ahead, like this one does, then all of a sudden everything kind of just turns very, very easy mode. So we'll see what exactly he can do here. But later on, he's able to proxy on Olaf. He's able to do all kinds of shenanigans. And obviously, yeah, give Tryndamere a little bit of alone time with your turret, and 2 plates are gone ASAP. He is a little bit low on health though, so he's got to be, yeah, he has to be very careful here. He's got to be scared. he is. He recalls and will spend his well-acquired money. So let's go back to the Nice thing. I personally am not like, you know, I'm not super against him or anything. You know, it takes a lot for me to be really upset with a person. But I'm definitely not a big fan of the business practices, but neither am I with Last Shadow, who is much more popular. And I mean, I obviously understand, right, that back in the day when LS supposedly needed the money, that was a different story, but nowadays he most definitely doesn't need to, or at least he would be in a position to not need to. So also they're not super convinced. However, LS also made the decision to stop coaching low elo players, and that is for exactly the reason that he believes that these players, you know, they're more in for being on stream or being coached by the LS. I personally have a little bit of a different viewpoint. I actually think that it is more about them having some narratives about the game that kind of make them feel like only someone like LS can teach them. Which is, you know, it's a difficult situation, as LS is someone who's naturally very competitive and thus definitely struggles to empathize with some of these people's problems, I would assume, or at least from what I've watched. I've consumed like thousands of hours of his content, probably. So I do watch. He is definitely one of the streamers that I've watched the most, if he isn't the streamer that I've watched the most. Probably him, between him or like Faker streams and VODs, stuff like that. All right. Flash by Viego picked up here. Beautiful job. And you see him do this. This is a very, very standard thing for Tryndamere players to do, is he starts to acquire a lead in the top lane. However, he can't really push that lead right now. And so he just goes somewhere else, waits until the wave that he just crashed bounces back and allows him for some, you know, some action again. All right, he's going to spin on top of Olaf, which is interesting. And he's going to be trading him. Ultimate does not come out yet, but now it is. And yeah, he will have to leave the fight, with Olaf now having a considerable advantage over him. Very interesting that he doesn't press Q for the heal here. Maybe he was off cooldown. But this is going to create a very, very difficult situation, as it seems like he actually just recalls. Wow, yeah, he just recalls. He just accepts defeat. And now would you look at that? He is running Iron Spike Whip. Well, that's just crazy. An Iron Spike Whip on Tryndamere? Surely he's going Strikebreaker, right? Because Strikebreaker has a lot of synergy, obviously. You know, you want to slow people's movement down, and being able to slow down someone like Olaf after he ulted or before he ults can be quite valuable, right? Or at least forcing his ultimate out with that slowdown. Definitely not too bad. And also very useful against, obviously, Viego and, you know, Silas and stuff like that. These like kind of mobile champions that still have to walk up to you, so you still have a chance. Alright, we're gonna be spinning over, placing a ward, and take the Grump. Or at least try to. Ooh, gotta be careful, yeah. Okay. Grump was resetting there. As, ooh, Dragon is acquired by his team. And that is a kill onto the Viego as well. Team doing very, very well. And you can see how it's just like these small little leads that are acquired that are pretty big. So I'm not against a lot of stuff that Nice does. I like him as a person, as far as I can kind of see him as a person. Obviously, you know, he is still an entertainer. He still does put on a persona, presumably, although a little bit less than some others, considering that he literally just sits there and talks to chat while he's coaching people, and that is my main problem, right? My main problem is like I'm the type of person that, you know, if you would book coaching with me, I would go to the point where I would probably read up on stuff that can help you after the fact. Interesting, with Iron Spike Whip, he seems to be able to clear out the minions. So he goes Iron Spike Whip and E, one-shots the backline minions. It's pretty good. You can get to that later on as well. And do we have a Gore Drinker set up into a double crit cloak? Okay, very interesting. We're just walking the Olaf down here. Gore Drinker still available, yeah. Will Gore Drinker will E to pick up the kill onto the Olaf. And would you look at that? This is a very, very scary Tryndamere now. And expecting him to press Q. No, he does not press Q. Actually, he just, yeah, he's just going to take the extra crit. Obviously, Tryndamere, there are a couple of options. But usually Tryndamere likes two things. He likes movement speed and crit. Okay, that's usually how people build him. There have been these off-tank variations though, and this one seems to be one that combines crit and HP regeneration and stuff. Not necessarily with movement speed though. Obviously as, you know, something like Stride Breaker. Ooh, we're going straight over the wall. Very cocky, honestly. Are you going to win this? Exhaust still available for Olaf. Is he going to drop it? No. He dropped the exhaust way too late to be able to win that fight, and Tryndamere ultimate was available again. I think he could have actually changed that. Obviously, the difficulty with exhaust is the timing is very important, because if you drop it too quickly, people can just engage and take the win. So you want to kind of drop it at the point where they commit enough resources, or they're locked in to the trade already. Okay, gonna be proxying here, yeah. God Drinker to clear the entire wave and take down the tower. Now, one reason why crit is so important on Tryndamere is because whenever he crits, his E cooldown gets reduced, right? This obviously doesn't work against turrets, which is why spinning onto a turret is always, you know, it's a commitment that you make, knowing there isn't anyone around. Hopefully, at least. So, you know, gotta be careful with that. All right, we're gonna be taking down another turret. What a fiend, huh? So far we've taken what, 2 Groms, and we have forced Viego out of his jungle many a time and bullied him around. Obviously killed the Olaf, and then we took 3 turrets basically. Twisted Fate did help with that one. Let's see if we can make that 4. It just spins under the turret. Yeah. Gonna move over here, but can't stay for too long. Will clear out the entire wave actually. Maybe we stay longer. Exhaust Ghost coming out of Tryndamere here, as he will, yep, take down the Viego 100%. Doesn't even heal, as he still has his ultimate remaining. Heals afterwards, and he is out. And this is 6 minutes and a very, very accelerated wave state as we pick up the Herald. Who knows what the plans are here? All right, Zeal and Essence Reaver. Okay, very interesting. Obviously, Essence Reaver does give you a forced crit, so it's pretty decent with the build. And we're gonna see what else we are doing here. Alright, let's have a look at Kalista. Yeah, Kai'Sa. Kalista, Kai'Sa. Cassandra. Xayah. All of these names I always mix up. I don't know why Xayah is in the pool, but she is. Believe me. Ooh, very good prediction. Walks onto the Kai'Sa and he just tanks so much damage. Kind of a questionable ultimate coming out there. I think you could have used that somewhere else. Leona, just a hinge. Leona will go down. And he's just kind of chilling. Why is he not summoning Herald though, is what I want to know. He could just summon Herald to take the aggro, but maybe he wants to use it to... maybe he wants to use it to be able to... No, why are we chased? Don't take... No! To finish the game? At this point, I'm assuming he's farming. At this point, I'm assuming that this is farming, not anything else. Kill picked up, but obviously he's nowhere in range. God, that red smite held on for a long time, dude. Ay. All right, so what are we planning to do? Are we planning to split push? I mean, I would assume that we are planning to split push still. And that is probably why he's holding on to the Herald. But I mean, the Herald is about to run out. That wasn't the play. Yeah, that was not the play at all. Homeboy. Kind of a fortunate crit coming through there, honestly. Yeah, we saw that coming. But now, what do we do? Ooh, ultimate is available, but how is he going to get out of this situation? Okay, just walk it off, I guess. Quite lucky indeed. Slow comes through, spin, and Kai'Sa is dead. Yeah. All right, 10-0-4 so far. My good lord. This guy is smurfing. All right, Herald will finally go down, but yeah, he did manage to summon it in a way where they got more turrets than just one, so that's pretty decent. We should probably back off here, but at this point, everyone is so far ahead that doesn't really matter. All right, more healing coming out of Tryndamere. He does have a lot of staying power with this. You just be inside the fight, slowing, attacking, dealing damage, healing. Ay. Pushing waves. So we will attack the last turret, and if this is... I mean, the game's already over. I think the game is over. But there is still Hopium. So apparently Korean enemy team on a little bit of Hopium. Usually they do surrender rather quickly, but apparently not this one. Because we are going to fight it out to the end. As Leona will be taken down here. And are we able to take down more? Ooh, the ultimate comes through and he is going to live. The perfect game still secured. He will run out. So thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed the cast, hit me up with your comments. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome.
Ты моя тяжелая, такая толстая, огромная я, всегда голодная, хорошая ты моя, я, бэби, ты моя, я. Ты моя тяжелая, такая толстая, огромная я.